Okay, good morning, students. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Harini. Good morning. Good morning, Dutri. Okay, what's the date today? What's the date? What's the date, students?
Um,
What's the today's date?
22nd June.
Yeah, 22nd June. Okay. I could not take up the third hour. I had to postpone it to the fourth hour because I'm the one of the evaluator for Toy Hackathon. You know Toy Hackathon is going on, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm one of the evaluator for the Toy Hackathon. I had to now it's still in process, but for the class sake, I joined back. Okay, okay. Let us proceed. You are ready with your books, accessories? Yes, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. The screen is visible very much, okay? Now, you take up the revision at first. First revision, we'll start with the revision. Is that okay if I start with the revision? Or I should go with a normal class with the syllabus and all that?
Revision, ma'am.
Okay, revision would be preferred, okay? Okay, that will add on to your confidence if I do some revision. Okay, students? Okay, take down the first question. You can very much see that, and most of you have attended this question, correct? Explain the following fields of civil engineering. What is structural engineering and transportation engineering? What is the explanation you'll give? What's the explanation? Explain the fields. What's the explanation, students, you'll be giving?
Ma'am, structural engineering is doing load analysis, design the components of the
You can
structure.
read from your note, assignment book what you have written. The same answer can be read out. Please read that.
Yes.
Yes. Read that loudly. Everyone should be prepared with this book. You already the notes is available with you as assignment. Yes, read out.
Structural engineering deals with the analysis of various structure systems like buildings, dams, bridges, reservoir, power generation units, water and sewage treatment units. It plays a vital role in planning, design, and building of structure. Structural analysis and design are the components of structural engineering, and structural engineering are responsible for the creation of the structure in accordance with the clients and architects, and plays an important role to build industrial production and manufacturing units. uh, is a key man in planning and designing of nuclear reactor, and he has to take case of the environmental safety mainly by radiation protection and thermal protection, and a structural engineer takes the responsibility of safety and serviceability of the structure for its lifetime.
Yes, very good, Dhruti. Keep it up. Now, Kishan, can you please read out with the transportation engineering? Kishan, Kishan,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, please read out for the transportation engineering. Quickly.
Transportation. Transportation is a movement of man or goods from one place to another. It helps in the industry, social and cultural and economic development of a country. For economic development of any region, every commonly like food industry products, water, gas, labor requires transfer system.
Mm.
Uh, planning of transport system with respect to survey and analysis of existing conditions and forecast of future conditions. It promotes public and mass transport. It involves study of accident and safety and comfort of transport services.
Okay, that's it. You're written. Very nice. Very good answer. Complete answer you gave. Now, Manish. Manish. Manish Kumar. Manish is absent or present? Manish. Manish Kumar is. Manish Kumar is. Saida. Saida.
Yes,
Saida.
ma'am.
Can you read out explain the role of civil engineers in the infrastructure development of a country? Role of civil engineers in the infrastructure development of a country from your assignment.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ah.
Ma'am, when they ask us for the explanation for structural engineer and transportation engineer, do we
Yes.
have to even write the scope of that?
No, not necessary. No,
Okay.
no. You can directly write for the specified asked fields only, not for the scope, anything like that. No. That explanation given by Dhruti and Kishan is enough. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Now, Saida, can you read out the answer for role of civil engineers in the infrastructure development? Quickly, Saida.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, quickly. Read out.
Civil engineer plays a vital role by looking into the public needs like shelter, building, water for drinking and irrigation, transportation facilities, power station, and disaster management or reduction, which forms the basic infrastructural demands. Civil engineer takes up the construction job and build various structures, etc.
That's all. Triparna Roy. Correct. That is answer is correct. Triparna Roy. Triparna. Triparna. Vikas Gowda. Vikas Gowda. Vimala.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you give me the statement of parallelogram law of forces? Parallelogram law of forces.
If two forces are acting simultaneously on the body at a point that are represented both in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of an parallelogram, then the resultant is represented by both magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram, which passes from the point of intersection of two sides of parallelogram.
Yes, very good, very good. Now everybody take the next problem. Under revision, you please write
Ma'am, how much is the portions for IA, ma'am?
till yesterday. It is 1.5 module. 1.5 module. Okay. One module we have completed and the second module half we have completed. Okay, with the roller problem and with the string problem. Correct. And now next after your test we have to go with the friction. Okay, students. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ma'am.
You have seen your syllabus, correct? You know your syllabus. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now take down this problem, everybody. Determine the x and y component. Determine the x and y component of the forces shown in the figure. Written? I'll not give attendance to those students who are not replying on my call. Even though I'm calling, they are quiet. I'll not be quiet. Okay? Take down the sketch and solve it. Taken? Now
Yes,
start
ma'am.
doing. Yes, start doing. Taken, the problem is taken. What is the question asked? What's the question asked, students?
Find X and Y components, ma'am.
Yes, to find X and Y components. How to start? X and Y components?
Resolve the forces.
Resolve. Yes. 100 Newton has to be resolved.
No, ma'am.
No, it is directly on the axis of Y. Correct. It is on Y axis. So no resolution required for this. Okay. What about 200 Newton, students?
No, ma'am.
No resolution
Ma'am.
is required. It is clear. What about 300?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You have to resolve it. Sorry, I'm wrong there, drawing it. So, oh, 1 second. So you can resolve it 300 and 300. So what is the horizontal component? 300 cos 30 and this is 300 sine 30. And what about this 400, students? It's very simple problem. This is 400 sine 40 and this is 400 cos 40. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Determine the X and Y components of the forces. Okay, what you are supposed to do? Determine the X and Y components. So you have to calculate sigma Fx. Sigma Fx, how do you write? What is the definition of equation of sigma Fx? F cos theta. So resolve all the forces. Tell me, what are the components? What are the
200
components? What's the
plus
sign direction you take, students? What is the sign direction?
right side are positive, ma'am. Left side are negative.
Negative. Okay, tell me now quickly. Sigma
200
Fx,
plus
200. It's only 200, huh? Okay. It's 200. Plus
300 cos
30.
200 plus 300 cos 30. Correct. Plus 300 cos 30. Then Then
Minus
what?
400.
Minus 400
cos 40.
cos 40. Anything else?
Ma'am, we have to find the angle of that.
Ma'am, that
triangle.
angle of 300 Newton force.
It's not given.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
300. 300. How do you resolve? How do you calculate this 300?
Tan theta, ma'am.
Tan
Cos-
theta is
Yes, 300. It is inclined. Correct. So vertical 12 and horizontal 3. So you can imagine to a greater scale. If you don't understand, this is theta, this is 12 and this is 3. So tan theta is equal to what? 12 by
Opposite by
3. Therefore, what is theta?
75.96, ma'am.
75.96. 75.96. So we can write it as minus how much? Minus 300 minus
300 cos 75.96.
minus 300 cos 75.96.
96.
Now calculate with that sigma fx. What's the value you get? What's the value?
$80.61.
80.61. What's the unit?
Newton, ma'am.
Newton. Do you get the others? Do you get the same answer? Others in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Similarly, sigma Fy. Sigma Fy equals F sine theta. What is the direction? Sign directions you take?
Upward
Upward is
positive, ma'am.
positive.
Downward negative. Okay, now tell me one by one. How many forces will contribute? 100 will contribute, 300 will contribute, 200 will not contribute for the vertical, 300 sine 30, 400 sine 40. Correct? Tell me now.
100
Plus 100
minus 300 sine 30
minus 300 sine 30
minus 400 sine 40
minus 400 sine 40
plus 300 sine 75.96.
plus 300 sine 75.96. Very good. Therefore, what is sigma Fi? What is the value of sigma Fi? Do you get the same equation, students? Everybody in the class. I don't know what others are doing. 32 students are there in the class. I'll check your IA marks. When you get IA marks, no? We'll see how much you are learning in the class. Sigma Fi, tell me quickly.
Minus 16.06.
Minus 58.
Minus 16.08, ma'am.
Minus 16, ma'am.
Minus 16, huh? Different answers you are
Yes,
giving.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Same ma'am, minus 16.08.
16.008.
Yes,
08
ma'am.
or
Yes,
minus
ma'am.
16. Okay, fine, no problem. Further, now this is the question they have asked to calculate the components. To calculate the components, isn't it? X and Y component we have calculated. Further, if I ask you to calculate the resultant, how do you do?
Square root of fx square plus fy square, ma'am.
Yes, R is equal to, please write down. There are many in the class there who are idle. Those are not doing any bulwark. So R is equal to root of sigma x, sigma y value substitute. Sigma x is minus 16.08 square plus sigma y value is 80.61 the whole square. Correct. Therefore, R is equal to what's the value of R?
82.19 Newton.
82.1
19. What's the unit?
Newton, ma'am.
Newton. Now, after this step, what you should do? What is the next step?
Alpha, ma'am.
Alpha. Before that, resultant diagram. Remember? How to
Yes,
draw the
ma'am.
resultant diagram now? How to draw the resultant diagram? Based on what values?
Ma'am, negative, it is there, ma'am. So
So, which
fx
quadrant it should come? Negative. Y value is negative, isn't it? X value is?
second quadrant.
Fourth quadrant.
So, sigma Fy is down. Correct. And this is sigma Fx. Correct. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Because you found this to be positive value and this is negative value. So, the resultant will be in that, within the quadrant R. So, this is alpha. Now, tell me what is tan alpha?
Minus
Fy
11.27.
Sigma Fy,
Sigma Fy by
sigma Fx. Isn't it? Now, alpha is equal to tan inverse of sigma Fy by sigma Fx. Okay? Remember students, I said don't include negative values. Right? Yes or no? So, what is sigma Fy value? 80.61. Correct, na?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Sigma Fy value is 80.61 and sigma x value is Fx value is right only 16.08.
Ma'am, Fy value is 16.07, ma'am.
It's the other
08.
way.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I wrote it ulta. Yeah, repeat once again. Sigma Fy value is
16.08 divided by 80 by
0.08 and sigma Fx. I am not writing negative value, students. I am not writing. Okay, you should not. 80.61. So therefore alpha is
11.27 degree.
11.28.
28 degree. In the figure, this alpha, whatever the alpha you have calculated, which is equal to 11.28 degree. Okay. Okay, did you follow? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now we'll proceed with the next. This is a video question asked. Okay, we are solving some of the video questions so that it will be familiar with you. What is a couple and what are the characteristics of a couple, students? What is a couple? Tell me loudly, anybody. Charanes, can you define a couple? And its characteristics? Very silent in the class. Students are very silent in the class. Correct, na? Anybody in the class who can answer this question?
When
Look into
two
the
equal and opposite forces act on a body at some distance apart, then their two forces constitute couple.
What are the characteristics?
Couple consists of a pair of equal and opposite parallel forces which are separated by a definite distance. The sum of all the forces forming a couple in any distance is 0. The sum of all the moments about a moment center forming a couple is moment of couple.
Okay, very good.
The translatory effect of couple on the body is 0.
Okay.
The only effect of couple is moment and it is same about any point. So the effect of couple is not changed.
Okay.
The rotational effect of the couple about any point is constant and is equal to the product of magnitude of either one of the forces and perpendicular distance between them.
Okay, very good, very good. Now we'll go to the next problem. 4th B, take down. Question number 4B. Yes, a rigid plate, this 4th B. A rigid plate, write down quickly. A rigid plate ABCD is subjected to the force as shown in the figure. Don't write this 4B. Compute the magnitude, direction and line of action of the resultant with reference to the point. Pritam Naik, you are writing? Pritam Naik. Pritam Naik? Not in class. Okay. Return the question, students. Now I'll show the figure. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Return everybody. This is the figure. This is the figure. I'll enlarge. This is the figure, 4B. You can see the figure, students, now. You can see the figure? Yes. Some people are there. Let me check. What's the question asked? To find the resultant. What type of force system is this, students? What type of force system is this? What type of force system is this?
Non-concurrent.
Very good. It's a non-concurrent, coplanar, non-concurrent. Okay. What is the question asked? To find the resultant, direction and magnitude. Correct. With respect to point A. Yes. Draw the sketch very neatly. The grid is of 1 meter by 1 meter. You find 100 Newton kilonewton force acting down, 200 kilonewton force is inclined at 30 degree, 100 kilonewton force is horizontal, and at B it is an inclined force of 200 at an angle of 45. Now what is the first step you will be doing? Bharat? Bharat? Akash? Akash?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what is the first step you will be doing?
Sigma fx is equals to 0 and sigma fy is 0, like that.
You are getting confused.
No, ma'am.
Huh? We have to
I'm still drawing the diagram, ma'am.
You have to calculate the resultant. The same steps you have to follow it.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever you have done for the earlier problem, you have to follow the same steps. Okay. Done with the diagram, everybody? Yes?
Show it once again, ma'am.
A, B, C, D. 100 Newton, 100 kilonewton. It is kilonewton. 200 kilonewton, 100 kilonewton, 200 kilonewton. 100 kilonewton and 100 kilonewton, one is vertical, one is horizontal. The other two are inclined.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, done. Now, give me the first step. Calculate sigma fx, which is equal to f cos theta. Taking all right moving forces positive, all left moving forces are negative. Tell me. Can you tell me directly without any actions on this figure?
Ma'am, 100 plus 200 cos 30.
Correct, tell me.
Then minus 200 cos 45.
Very good, very good. So it's 100 plus 200 cos 30
Minus 200 cos 45.
minus 200 cos 40. Correct. So what's the answer you get?
$131.78, ma'am.
131.78 was a unit. No
Kilonewton.
unit, no marks.
Kilonewton.
Kilonewton. Kilonewton. 1 second, students. Please carry on. I'll be muting myself. Keep doing, students. 2 minutes, I'll join back. Now tell me what is sigma fx, fy, sigma fy?
Minus 100.
Sigma fy.
And minus
Yeah, tell me the equation.
141.42 Newton, ma'am.
Oh, give me the equation, students.
Minus 100
Minus 100 minus 200
plus
sine
200
30.
sin 30
Minus
Plus
200 or plus?
plus
Minus
Plus
200.
200.
minus 200 sin 45.
There's some confusion here, students. Any confusion? I'll go back to the you find minus 200 sine 45 plus 200 sine 30 and minus 100. You said the same? Minus 200 sine 40, correct now? Now what's the answer?
Minus 141.42 Newton, ma'am.
0.42 kilonewton. Now proceed to calculate the resultant.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, you'll get this if you take minus 200 sine 30. If you take plus 200 sine 30, you'll get 58.57.
No. I cannot do this. See, I have to resolve this in this direction. This one in this direction. So minus 200 cos 45 minus 200 cos, sorry, sine 45, correct, this is. Okay. Then plus 200 sine 30 plus 200 sine 30, correct. Then minus 100, correct. What's the answer?
58.57, ma'am.
Plus
Yes, ma'am.
plus 58
Oh,
point.
no, ma'am.
Minus 141.42.
Yes, ma'am.
Minus 141.42 kilonewton. Now proceed calculating the resultant. With the data class.
ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೀವೇ ಅಲ್ಲ
ಸರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ರೆ
ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೊಸ ಸರ್
Okay, students. There was some office work I had to attend. Okay, now tell me. Is that values are correct? Now what is the next step? Next step, quickly.
Resultant, ma'am.
Yes. So it is 131.78 square plus minus 141.42 square. What's the value you get?
193.301 Newton, ma'am. 301 Newton.
301 Newton. Newton or kilonewton?
Kilonewton, ma'am.
Kilonewton.
Yes, it should be kilonewton. What is the next step? What's the next step?
Resultant diagram.
Yes, resultant diagram. Somebody is on phone hold. When I call their name, they don't reply. Which quadrant it will come again?
Fourth quadrant.
Yes,
Fourth quadrant, ma'am.
fourth quadrant. Both are negative. Sigma fx is positive. Positive. Fy is negative. Correct? This is resultant. Alpha. Any confusion, students, here? Don't get confused. So what is tan alpha? Sigma Fy by sigma Fx. Alpha is equal to tan inverse of sigma Fy by sigma Fx. Now tell me the answer of alpha. Substituting the numbers only, not with negative sign.
47.
What is sigma Fy, students? 141. Correct? What the substitution I have made is correct? The substitutions are correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Alpha is equal to, what's the value?
47.018.
47.018. Okay.
16, ma'am.
Okay, 16. You can round off to the second decimal, 47.02. Okay. Yes. Now what is next we have to do? What's the next? With respect to point A, we have to define the distance. Isn't it? They have asked the distance. Yes, no, students? Yes or no? I'll continue in the that part tomorrow in the class. Okay, students? Fine. Yes, or no? Okay,
Yes.
I'll take the attendance now. Attendance, I'll mark the attendance now quickly. Everyone should answer very quickly. I'll continue the same problem tomorrow. Okay, students? Don't worry. And you have checked your class attendance, correct, now, students? I had posted in the percentage of our attendance of each student. That is the percentage. 3%, 5% some students has got. Okay? See to that. I don't know how you make it. It's very difficult time. Aditi, please answer your attendance and you can leave the class. Aditi? Aditi Sharma is not there? Aditya?
Present, ma'am.
Aditya Rao? Likit?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Tell me. Somebody there? Charan S?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
I'm present. I wasn't able to hear you.
Okay. Kruti?
Present, ma'am.
Geeta?
Present, ma'am.
Gananashri?
Present, ma'am.
Karuna? Karuna?
Ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Kishan?
Present, ma'am.
Mohit? Pavan?
Present.
Pranav? Akash?
Ma'am, Pranav is
Present, ma'am.
present, ma'am. He has some network issue.
Akash,
Ma'am, present, ma'am.
Rishika,
Present, ma'am.
Rishi,
Present, ma'am.
Rishika,
Present, ma'am.
Rohit,
Present, ma'am.
Saida,
Present, ma'am.
Tripana,
Present, ma'am.
Vimala, Abhishek,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek,
Present, ma'am.
Arvind,
Ma'am,
Bharat,
Abhishek, present, ma'am.
yes, Bharat, Chetan,
Yes, ma'am.
Dhruva,
Present, ma'am.
Harini,
Bharat is network. Present,
Present,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bharat is network is sir.
Madan,
Excuse me, ma'am. Bharat is
Manish,
present, ma'am.
I marked him present. Manish, Mohit, Mokshagna, Nitish, Pawan Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Prashant,
Present, ma'am.
Pritam, Vamshi, Vikas.
Present, ma'am.
Why didn't you answer when I called you, Vikas?
Huh?
Vinay, Vinay, Ashish,
Yes, ma'am, he is present, ma'am. His mic is not working.
Chandu, Chandu, Charan K, Gulam,
Present, ma'am.
Gurumurthy,
Present, ma'am.
Manohar,
Preetham
Prajwal,
present, ma'am.
Prajwal, Pramukh,
Present, ma'am.
Sunil, Shafahat, Darshan.
Present, ma'am.
Preetham present, ma'am.
Pritam present. Okay. Fine. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you all.